right? Ranking every total drama character. This tier list seems to have everyone except for Chris and Chef and Don from Redonkulous Race, but yeah, that's fine. Also, a few months ago, I made a video ranking the revival characters. Um, by the end of this, that could potentially be out of the window. Like I'm not really gonna hold myself. I'm not gonna hold myself to that. I actually don't really remember it fully. Like I have to think, but like yeah, that's kind of gonna get thrown out of the window because like enough time has gone by for like thoughts to change. Yeah. Time to get in here. First up, Alejandro. I was forgot to mention. I have a don't care tier because like some of these characters, I just don't care about. But I'll get to it when I get there. So Alejandro not gonna be in the don't care tier. He's gonna be high up. Um, somewhere in favorite or love. I guess just to start off, go with favorite. But yeah, like when I was watching World Tour like probably a year ago, he made it for me. Like I'm a really big Survivor fan. And yeah, he was just playing such a strategic game. Um at that point in the show, he was like one of the best and like most strategic villains, and like even now, like he still is. Um yeah, he was like really dominant, and in World Tour, um I don't know where Heather is. I it doesn't necessarily spoil where she's gonna be, but for endings, I definitely prefer Alejandro's ending over Heather's ending. Now the thing is, like Heather's ending is actually better, but just taking into account like the overall season, like the games that were played throughout the whole season, and like just the characters, not just one moment, like the whole season, definitely Alejandro for sure. Um Amy. Now, probably not going to be in favorite or love, maybe not even like. Um, it's kind of tough because like, I talked about the twins. They didn't really make a big impact on that season. Like they had that little arc in the beginning, and like it was trying to be pushed. They were trying to push it. I didn't really like it that much. Um, I didn't hate Amy, but I was rooting for Sammy more. But I don't even know if I like Sammy. Maybe I should move her up, rank them together. Um, but like the thing about them is I didn't actually hate them, but they didn't add much to the show outside of bickering. Um, I don't dislike them, but it's just kind of neutral. Whatever. I guess I'll go and get Sammy. Where are you? Right here. Right, yeah. Neutral. Um, well, I was gonna say put her in front, but I'm not gonna rank like that. Um, I just want everyone like in the tier. Like I don't care about like ordering them, but like yeah, Sammy over Amy for sure. But both of them they just didn't add much to the show. Um, and Maria, tough because like Revenge of the Island was actually like a really good season. I remember when I ranked all of the seasons, like I had to give it some praise and say like, oh, when I was in like fourth grade or something, I couldn't watch it, and what was my thought process about it? Like, oh yeah. Like when I eventually got to watch it, I was like, hey, this isn't real total drama. Like, where's that cast that I like, that cast that lasted for like 3 seasons? Where's that cast? But then I actually got to watch it, and it's like I actually like the cast, but Anne Maria was not part of that. Like Revenge has some really good characters, but not Anne Maria. Especially since like a decent amount of Revengers they came back for All Stars. Like she didn't get another season to come back and like you know like show. I wouldn't say show her real character, but like just show more. So, it's tough because like I remember I posted this video on TikTok. This one Anne Maria moment is like I posted this video when Zoe was standing on the air hose and like Anne Maria pushed her off and she was like, "Hey, stop standing on the air hose, bozo." Something like that. That was a funny moment, but like for the most part, she just like kind of crushed on Vito. Um, don't dislike her, but like she wasn't like a character that I liked. Probably just neutral as well. Axel. Now, in my I actually made a Total Drama Island season 3 my way, and in that in the one that I wrote, I like Axel. And like the thing about Axel is like even without that, like I like her person. I gave her a lot of stuff. I gave her a decent amount of stuff in that season that she could participate in, but like even without that stuff, even factoring that stuff out, yeah, I like Axel's like personality. She has a really good personality. um my problem is like that stuff isn't showcased much because I really liked her in the first season. She only got like I think it was like 2 episodes. She got eliminated in Pirates of the Caribbean. First one out was Caleb, and I think she was the second one out. But yeah, she was an early out. So like I liked her in season 1, but yeah, early out. And then in the second season, she kind of got caught up in the Ripper stuff. So she didn't really get that much time to shine, even though she made it further in season 2. So it's like I like her personality. I like what she can be, but like she just has to be that character, and I can't give her credit for something that like she hasn't done yet. Hopefully, like she gets more like stuff if they make another season of the revival, but like she hasn't done much. So I'm gonna go like yeah, Solid Silent B or B Beverly. Now I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll just say it. In Total Drama Revenge of the Island, I thought that this guy was gonna win because Owen won season 1, and like he has a similar build to Owen. That's the only reason why I thought he was gonna win. But yeah. B, I like his schemes, I like his plans. The really smart guy. He really carried his team. I forgot the episode, but it was the one where like he had to like make that like jetpack rocket power like couch or something. Yeah, he was really carrying his team with his schemes, not even talking, and like uh and not gonna make it about me. Not gonna make it about me. Like, yeah, he was a fun character that was taken out of the game by Scott because he was too good. That's like the thing about Revenge of the Island. Like, there's a decent amount of characters that were take and decent amount. I would say if I get to them, I'll remember it. But I would say like B and Dawn. I don't know if that's gonna like spoil Dawn's play. Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, like B and Dawn were taken out by Scott like way too early. They were likable. And yeah, I'll put B in like he was a solid character. Wouldn't mind seeing him come back. And I, I was trying to say like maybe make merge or something, or like be a finalist, or like I don't know. I have to see like what the playing field is like, what characters he gets put with, and stuff like that. Like what season is he playing on? Like, it's kind of like a hard concept to talk about right now. I don't know. Like for me, like placement doesn't really matter. It's like is he gonna get some growth? Is he gonna get an adequate amount of screen time? Like yeah, the placement like that kind of doesn't matter. Like sometimes there's characters like Cody that get to the final 3 but haven't really done anything. So like the placement thing doesn't really matter. That's why I didn't want to say I want B to make the merge because like he can make it, but then like what if they don't give him anything? But yeah. Beardo. I just realized not maybe like a month ago, like um yeah, I realized that like his name isn't Beardo. Uh it's Beardo. Um yeah, probably gonna be like low. I wouldn't even say dislike, but probably neutral. So like basically he just went on the show and made sound effects. I believe he was the first one out, followed by Leonard. Um there's just not enough of him. Like I didn't get annoyed by him, but like I don't dislike him, but like he wasn't on the show like for enough time to like actually like hate him or like dislike him or anything. Um, but not enough to like, so like neutral. um, so I'm just gonna go over to Beth. Not much to say about Beardo. I was gonna say maybe bring him back for a redemption season, but there's nothing. There's nothing to bring him back for. So. Pocketeer was a bunch of gimmick characters. Like guy that barely even talks. Like he only talked when he got blasted like out of the cannon. Like he can't even play the game. So that tough one. Now I will say that for the ending of action, I was on the Duncan train like growing up, but then like after rewatching Total Drama Action for or for that video about rating all the episodes, like I looked at Beth and her gameplay and like how she was like winning challenges and stuff, and how Duncan like kind of coasted. Like, yeah, Beth totally deserved to win that season. But other than that, like just look just looking at her like overall, like Island, I mean, she was a fine character. I remember like she got like the Boney Island curse, something like that. Like she took an idol or whatever it was from the island. That like I don't. I, she might have to be neutral, but I don't want to fill everything out. Like, oh yeah. These can be revisited for sure. I might just revisit this stuff at the end to like change some stuff around. But like I don't like her, but I don't dislike her either. And I appreciate her win in action more than Duncan's. I never liked Beth. That like I wouldn't like Beth like any of these like these two, or wouldn't be anywhere near favorite, but I'll have to go with neutral. Yeah. Fine character. She's actually a fine character. Um I said I wasn't gonna go with the ordering thing, but like if I had to, like definitely at the top of this for sure. Like she's better than all of these characters, but not in the like tier. Ah. Uh Blaney. Blaney. Part of that, not part of that original Gen 1 cast, but like um 1.5 basically with Alejandro. Um she was part of the aftermath shows in World Tour. Um I'm trying to remember back to the Total Drama Action aftermath. Um Total Drama Action the the extended, not the extended episode, but like the episode after the finale. Like I think she was in it. Like yeah, I like that episode for like Alejandro. Um let me think. Like I'm just saying an episode that she was in. Like yeah, like that was basically her introduction. She was in Total Drama as early as that. I wouldn't say I liked her presence in the aftermath shows, but like there were two songs mentioning Blaney. One of them wasn't even like her singing, but like um I one of my favorite Jeff moments was when he's saying like her real name isn't Blaney, it's Mildred. And I like the Blainerific song, so that has to count for something. And what else? What else? That episode I didn't like the I think it was like Niagara Falls. I don't know. The one where she was getting carried by Owen. I didn't really like that episode for her, but like the China episode, I think the song is called Chinese something about a Chinese fake out or a Chinese lesson, something like that. Yeah, but in that episode, she caused so much chaos. And yeah, I really like her as a character. Um, yeah, she was a solid presence. Yeah, yeah. That's all I really have to say. I like her. Yeah, that I don't have to put someone in neutral again. Yeah, she's a solid character. Provides some good chaos. I like her. Bowie. Nothing's really changed. Like in that video that I made ranking the characters, like Bowie was top tier, and like yeah, he's still gonna be top tier in this. Just have to figure out where. Um, so yeah, like when I was talking about Alejandro playing a good game and like he's still and like he's played one of the best games. I that was just like a few minutes ago. I think I don't know if I said no one's ever come close, but I think he said something like Alejandro's played one of the most impressive games in total drama. I wanted to say like Bowie comes close to that. Like it's really close. Like in terms of like an actual strategic game, like playing like a survivor player. Like yeah, Bowie is able to play a really good game in that first season. I really like him in the first season, and in my rating video, rating all of the episodes, I unknowingly without knowing that like that was the only ending, I said like, hey, I'll take the Bowie ending because like I hadn't seen the Bowie ending yet, but like based on the way that he played all season, I just liked it more than Priya. So I said that I like Bowie's. I haven't seen it, but I said like as a winner, I would like Bowie, but it turns out he was only a finalist, and like I mean that just shows how much I like Bowie in season one. But then in season two, um, he kind of went a bit soft. Like he kind of had to quit. He had to quit the MK and Julia cheating scandal to be with Raj. So and like he just didn't have the season that he had in season one, kind of getting his time like cut in half. Didn't make it as far. It's not derailment for sure, but like they just decided to not give him like the spotlight season that they gave him in the last season. So tough. But yeah. Favorite or love, like yeah, like him. He's a solid character. It's tough. It's tough. Love. Let's go love. Now on to Brick. All right, so Brick. I'm trying to remember. I don't actually think I actually like this guy. Wait. I think my problem is, like he is a solid character. I think my problem with Brick, that makes me like him more than I actually like him is like he kind of got like a little bit. I wouldn't say robbed from All Stars because like getting voice actors like on the getting them to like go into the studio, like that's a thing. Like I don't know if he was available, but maybe he didn't get the call, but like I definitely wanted to see Brick in All Stars. Like he was a solid character in Revenge. Like he was a nice character. I liked his rivalry with Joe. He was a funny. He was a fun character for sure. Wish that Revenge wasn't his only season. Like when I was talking about like Anne Maria not being what made Revenge, like Brick, he's definitely one of the characters that made Revenge what it was for sure. And like oh, that was like such a nice way to wrap up his arc, when he went back into the cave that was about to blow up, and he's like, hey, never leave a man behind, and like he saved the trio, the golden trio. the golden trio, like they got propped up. They got propped up in Revenge and All Stars. Like he saved them. That was such a nice way to wrap up his story over there. Yeah, I like Brig. I like Brig. Bridget is kind of tough to assess because like she only had it. She had 2 playing seasons, but like in World Tour, like she got her run like cut short by Alejandro. It wasn't a very eventful run. So it's like in terms of like having a full season, she only had 1 like really extensive playing season, which was in Island and then like in Action and World Tour. She was mostly an aftermatch show host. So as a player, one thing that I didn't like about her, I mean, maybe I have to go back and watch Island some more. But one thing that I didn't like about her, I liked her being clumsy, but like I just kind of felt like she was barfing all of the time. She probably wasn't barf. There was a lot of barf in Island. But like I think one time that I know sort of for sure, but I believe I in the talent show episode, like she was like standing on her hands and like she barfed. Like that's the one time that I know that she barfed, but like I kind of felt like she barfed a lot. But yeah, like I didn't mind the clumsy stuff. And like the showmance with Jeff, it was solid. Yeah. She had a really good season in Island, and then as an aftermatch show host, um, I wouldn't say she was like outstanding. She was solid, but then like one of my favorite songs in World Tour is like "I'm Sorry." So, yeah, I would definitely put Bridget in like she's a solid character. Yeah, like I never really thought about it until right now. Like like wow, like I kind of knew where some of these folks were gonna be like right away, or like I kind of knew how I felt about these folks, but like now that I just talked through that, like that was the first time that I actually realized that like, hey, like maybe I was probably gonna put Bridget in neutral, but like just talking through that, like yeah, I like Bridget. Um, Brody, gonna have to like go and don't care for Redonkulous Race. I already said what I had to say about Redonkulous Race. He was a more prominent character in Redonkulous, but for that season, like I wouldn't say all of the characters are gonna go and don't care, but like there are some like filler characters that got out in the beginning that like they just didn't have like enough time to make their mark, or like yeah, they're gonna be in don't care. Um, and like for Brody, like Jeff was just better. He was better. Sorry, man. Um, so Caleb, in season 1, like he barely got anything, so it's all about season 2. And on one hand, I didn't like Prelude. I didn't like Prelude, but that wasn't necessarily because of Caleb. That was because of Priya. uh she's just like way too whiny. Always getting mad at him, always finding reasons to get mad at him. Wouldn't let him off of her leash. Like yeah, the arc went on for way too long. So on one hand, like I don't like the showmans, but it wasn't necessarily his fault. But okay, that's not his. It's not his fault. But like at the same time, like that's all he really got to show. The one thing that he got, the one thing that he, the one thing that was focused on with him in season 2, like I don't like it. It wasn't the best, and like that's all he got. So like I can only rate him based on that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with dislike because like all of his lines were about Priya, barely branched out. Like only really talked to, I mean he talked to some others like Z to keep the secret and like Julia to make the deal. But like a lot of that, when he talked to others, like a lot of that stuff was because of Priya. It all comes back to Priya. Like even the deal, like when he was like talking about when he and Julia, or when he was talking about the deal with Priya, is that like, oh, he only made the deal with Julia because I don't know if he said it to Priya, but like, oh, like he only made the deal because they agreed not to vote Priya out. Like everything. Everything is about Priya. He can potentially be a good character. I'm potentially, but like he's just got to show it. So he's got to go and dislike Cameron. Whoa, they were really pushing. Like I said, they were pushing for that golden trio in Revenge and All Stars. In Revenge, he was kind of fine, but in All Stars, kind of overstayed his welcome. Also, it's not his fault, but like the most like in All Stars, it's this part isn't his fault. The Sierra thing, but like that's something that he was occupied with, so like that wasn't interesting. And the other thing that he was occupied with was like the Mal stuff, and like it was kind of painful to watch him like get outsmarted. And I don't think it was like Chris's birthday. I don't know. It was like that. I think it was like the 100th episode of Total Drama when they got trapped in the mines by Feral Zeke, and like Cameron just saw Mal Cameron just saw Mal get him to kiss Courtney, and like he saw Mike's he has like that side to him, but then like he didn't want to believe that he got betrayed by Mike Mal. So like in All Stars, everyone was just painful to watch. But yeah, it's tough. I don't dislike Cameron, but like he didn't really add that much. And like the thing about Revenge, like going back to Revenge, I could tell that they were pushing for Cameron because they tried to make Lightning like a big villain going into the final. But like I don't really go for like canon endings. I don't know, but like I can tell they were pushing for Cameron, but I don't like him as a winner. Lightning Souls. I guess I'll go neutral. Didn't really add much. Carrie. Tough. That storyline in Redonkulous, I wasn't really invested. I guess I can rank both of them. But like I wasn't really invested in their storyline. And what's probably gonna get Carrie in hate and Devin, but yeah, Devin, and like probably something like neutral or dislike, something like that. I'll probably change it around. Like, oh, in the beginning few, or like for most of the season, all Carrie talked about was liking Devin. It was so weird and like so obsessive. That's all she was talking about. Then like yeah, there came a time when Devin was liking Carrie, but like it wasn't as obsessive. I don't know. And the fact that Devin was the one injured when like Carrie she was like way more annoying. She was way more annoying. Like she never got anything. Like not that she needed to get injured, but like wow. Like Devin got injured, and he was just like a normal guy. But Carrie, like nothing really happened to her, and like she ended up getting the guy in the end when like I wouldn't say the situation is her fault. Like Devin, like yeah, like it's tough because like she is annoying, but also like I can't point to Devin like kind of not picking up on the signals, stuff like that. But like not a fan of Carrie. I think I just got to leave it there. Like I talked about the injury thing. Not that I wanted her to get injured, but like for all that annoying stuff, like she never got anything in return for being annoying. Not that I wanted her to get injured, but like all right. Chase. Now, if this were season one, like right after season one of Revival. Oh wait, Devin. I really I didn't talk through where I wanted to put Devin, but like I think neutral is a good spot because like I don't dislike him, but also like he didn't really add much to the show. Uh, yeah. All right, Chase. Now he was gonna be at the bottom, like he was at the bottom of the list. Um, when Revival first started because like he was so cringy, but like actually I kind of like that. He is funny. Like there was like this one time when he was trolling Emma, and then like everyone just kind of clowns on him. Like I will say that like uh he has some similar positives to Emma. Like it is fun when folks are like laughing at him. Um, so but I feel like that was like only one time when it's like for the whole time, like everyone was laughing at Emma. Like the only time I remember like folks laughing at Chase, like everyone laughing at Chase was in that like poll challenge. The poll truths, the truth and nothing but the truth, something like that. It's like everyone was like, I wouldn't say laughing, but like everyone was in agreements that he was a bad boyfriend to Emma. So, but yeah, as the season, as the episodes went on, like, and I rewatched it, like I actually like Chase. Um, he's not a serious character, but I like that he made it that far in the first season, and I'm not really upset about him like getting a very early elimination in the second season. Like he could have provided some comedy. Here's what I have to say. I don't know if this is gonna like give away where I'm gonna put her, but like okay, since they got rid of their main source of comedy last season, so Chase is out. That makes room for scary girl Lauren, but like that just didn't happen. But yeah. Chase is a solid character. I'll put him in like he's a fun guy, not a serious character. Yeah. I guess I'll just rate Emma with him. So Emma, like I said, like it, I wouldn't. She's not funny. Like actually, her voice is kind of annoying. And it's funny when she's not funny, but it's funny when people are laughing at her, and like that happens. Like that definitely happened in her elimination episode. In episode, uh, not the second episode. I don't believe. I think that was like the third episode of the second season, second, third, whatever. The one where they were walking across the thing and they had to like answer the questions right. Whatever. It doesn't matter, but like yeah, she's funny when folks are laughing at her, but like she's never funny on her own. I wouldn't say like her like getting mad at stuff is like a bad thing, but like that was supposed to be like her defining trait or like something that gave her a bit more personality, but like it didn't really like add much for me. um I definitely side with her in the Chase stuff, but like she just didn't really add much. But I don't dislike her. The thing is, I don't dislike her because like it's tough. I don't dislike her because she sort of provided comedy, but like folks were laughing at her. That's not like comedy that it's tough. It's tough. But it's not like every time she's on the screen I just cringe. I might move her down to dislike. I don't know. I might have to come back and move her down to dislike. If there were a tier that said like slightly annoyed or something like that, I don't know if I'm just gonna add it for one person, but that's like where Emma would be. Um, yeah, yeah, because I don't dislike her, or hate her. Like I don't know if she should be like in neutral with these guys. Ah, right. Don't care. I think this guy's name is like Chet or Lorenzo. One of them. Don't care. um, Cody. Um, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough because when I was watching the seasons, I didn't really laser in or like focus in on Cody. I remember him in season 1. He was a really big uh Gwen admirer. He took a season off for action, and then in World Tour, like he got Sierra. There's not a lot to him. It's not a lot to him. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know. There's not really that much to him. Like he has a really good singing voice in some of those songs. But it's tough. It's tough, especially in season 3, where like he's not even like when he gets to the final of that, like it's just like he's not gonna win it. It's like kind of like he's coasting along. And then like the Sierra thing, like he has to be involved in that. Like he can't just be his own character, especially in the 3rd season. In the 1st season, like I'll have to watch that again. Like he was in love with Gwen, and then like I think like I I saw say something like nah, I'll save it. Like yeah, there's just not enough. But I don't dislike him for sure. Courtney. uh all right, so for positives, in season 1, she was fine, especially like in those like very early like first few episodes. The basic straining episode, the Duncan episode, was one of the best episodes in the season. Probably, that's what I say. Probably in all of Total Drama. Let's go with the season. One of the best episodes in the season. Like she was nice in Island, but then in action, um, she wasn't. And like I know, like the point, like she became a villain, and I know the point of being a villain is to be mean, but like just because she's mean doesn't mean like I'm gonna have just because she's mean, that doesn't mean I have to appreciate her or like it. The thing is, like, well, she's really annoying. I want to say I don't know if I don't know if the voice is annoying. Probably not. But like the thing about her is like she's always complaining over like stuff that doesn't really matter, and like she's a crazy girlfriend for Duncan. Like when she tried to make that contract, and then I didn't like how like she kind of got buffed, or Duncan got nerfed, because there were like 2 or 3 straight challenges that like she ended up like facing off head to head against Duncan, and like she ended up winning, and it's like maybe it's because like it might be like a flawed way of thinking, because like the thing is like Duncan, like these were like physical challenges, and Duncan's like a guy, so like maybe Courtney is stronger than Duncan, but like I don't know, like Duncan's like a guy that's been to like juvie, but also Courtney is like decently athletic, but like I don't know, I kind of just felt like Duncan couldn't get one of those. Even on the guitar thing, I think like I forgot what happened, but like something happened to where like Duncan won by default or something like that. Like Courtney messed up or something. Like wow, like they turned her into like such a perfect person in action. She was so perfect, like one of the best challenge performers. Like she got her lawyers to give her immunity all of the time. So like even when they lost, like she couldn't be voted out, and like she went on like a really big streak of winning immunity. I think I already said that, but she went on a big streak of winning immunities. Beat folks. I already said like she beat folks like Duncan, where like it wasn't like it wasn't like she just beat them, but it's like it wasn't like she beat Duncan, but like she handled Duncan. It's like, why was he so dumbed down to make Courtney look so good? Like I'm open to the possibility that Courtney was just stronger, but I'm open to the possibility, but like the way that Duncan was getting dog walked to make Courtney look so good, right? Like no, he had to be dumbed down a bit. And yeah. Um, I'm glad that she didn't reach the finale. That was great. Um, yeah, but one thing I can give her is that like I don't. Oh, I'm not gonna be in dislike. One thing I can give her is I like her villainy more than Justin's. She adds more drama to the show, but in action, I wouldn't say it wasn't needed, but like she can be annoying at points, and like she's just kind of overpowered, and like I'm watching folks that I like get picked off over her, especially Lindsay. That was tough to watch. Um, so yeah, that's action. That's action. But then when it gets to World Tour, now like kind of like analyzing it, like yeah, it is like I'll give Gwen some blame for kissing Duncan, even though like I kind of like slow. I think I didn't save the video, but I think I slowed it down to see like I believe Duncan leaned in for the kiss first, but or at least like yeah, like they're at fault. Um, but like okay, I think she is valid to feel how she felt about that, but like oh my gosh. Episodes crying and complaining. Come on. I just couldn't stand that. That kind of like soured my opinion of her. It's just all of this complaining. And then I'm spending a bunch of time on Courtney. Like I just got to go in. Like that was the problem. The problem wasn't how she felt. It's just like all of that complaining. I couldn't stand it. And then in All Stars, she still complain, act like a child. Technically, they are like well, you know, teenagers, whatever. But like the thing is, with the whole like Dunkany, Gwenkin stuff, I like Gwenkin better than Dunkany. They were a better pair, so that's why I didn't really mind it that much. But like, um, I know what Courtney brought to the show. She gave some entertainment. Um, but like she was very annoying and overpowered, especially in action. So gonna go and hate. Also, speaking of All Stars, I didn't really say what I thought about Alejandro for All Stars. So in that video about rating all of the episodes, I said that Alejandro, everyone like Alejandro was the only one that played a strategic game. Um, I will admit that like he got outplayed by Mal. Like, why are you gonna tell him that you have evidence on him? And then that just makes it easier for him to plan against you. So yeah, I will admit like I was wrong there. But like out of everyone, he wasn't like as sharp as he was in World Tour. But like out of everyone there, he played the most strategic game. So like yeah, just got to get that out of the way. Um, uh, getting on to the next person, I think her name's Anui, one of the gods. It's gonna have to go and don't care. I didn't really care about them that much. I'm gonna have to speed things up a bit. Hopefully not. But like, I really want to see how I feel about these characters. Uh, but yeah, I don't really have much to say about Anui. I didn't like that season that much, and like, even from the characters that I liked in that season, like she wasn't one of them. I was about to say Dawn, Dakota. Started out, started out, started out as like a cell phone obsessed girl, and then like turned into the Codazoid. I wouldn't say she needs like another season. I I don't like her, hate her. I'll just go neutral. Like she's kind of like whatever. Like kind of like Anne Maria. She wasn't one of the characters that made that really made revenge. But like I would say like, they're sort of even. I'm not ranking them, but like just I'm not ranking them in order, like in the tiers, but like yeah. I would say like uh, for what they gave to the show, just about even. Like they were fine enough, passable. They weren't atrocious. Like yeah. Damian, tough, tough. I think I'll rank DJ first. So, DJ. Um, yeah. What should I say about DJ? Um, he's a nice guy. Um, and a lot of his eliminations have been really unfair. Like in the first season, like that challenge, it was like I call it the executioner challenge. It was like the I was supposed to say haunted house. It was like the moment they were watching like the scary movie, they had to run away from someone. I'm like, I don't think there were any like rules in place, but like you got eliminated somehow. What else? Then in action, like the illegal alliance with Chef makes sense. World tour. He got taken out by Alejandro when like he didn't have any use for him after trying to get him into the alliance. I like DJ on the seasons. Like he's not really there for the gameplay. Not really the best game player, but like he is very funny. He's very funny, especially like I remember that moment in season 1 when he was like, well, this a Duncan moment really, but like he lost his bunny and then like Duncan got him a new bunny. Like, yeah, it was like he was like crying. The DJ was like crying a lot. Yeah, I felt for the guy. I felt for the guy. Um, yeah, like solid moments with DJ. He's funny, nice character. Yeah. Damian, rip off DJ. Rip off DJ. All this guy does is like scream stuff. And like sometimes his reactions are funny, but like times they're not. And it's like I don't know. The first season he was fine, but in the second season he barely, outside of finding that idol, he barely really did much of anything. And in his elimination episode, the one thing that I will say about that, uh, one thing I will say about his elimination episode is that Priya should have gone over him. But in terms of like what happened to him, like with the idol, like that stuff was set up. It was totally set up with Julia like sending out the notes, saying that like I forgot what was on the notes, but like yeah, it got Damian to move the idol, and like then like Julia got a hold of it. Like that stuff, like it wasn't just out of nowhere. It was set up. The only thing I would have to say is like I would have rather seen Priya go in that episode. But yeah, like Damian got what he deserved, especially like after how he was acting in that episode. He got what he deserved. Um, dislike, yeah, for sure. Um, Dave, Davo. Um, it's tough. It's tough because I don't like how creepy he is, but also like the thing is like Sky, she had a lot of chances to say that like she had a guy back home, something like that, or like she didn't want to be in a relationship, but she didn't really take those opportunities to say it. And like Dave was very creepy, and like what he tried at the end of the season, like I think it wasn't blowing up the island, that was Scarlet, but like trying to eliminate Sky. So like yeah, that was messed up. But like I feel for the guy, but also like at, at the end, he's not this likable guy, so like kind of neutral. Kind of neutral. He was annoying. He was a big crybaby at points, but also like I could see his point, like for sure. And Sky wasn't really being the best with them, so neutral. Neutral. Dawn. Um Tough because like she was a likable presence, but in the end like she just didn't get enough episodes taken out by Scott. um it's tough. It's tough because if she got more episodes I probably would have liked her, but um she just she just didn't get a lot of episodes. I like what she showed, but maybe like she could legitimize that with some more episodes. I'll just give her like a like for right now. I'm like, yeah, Duncan. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Favorite. Uh, I like his attitude in Island, especially like that. Like that was like kind of his peak in terms of being like a bad boy. Like yeah, fun character. And he liked to joke around and mess around with folks. Um, and then in action, I used to enjoy his win for a long time until until Beth won. Um, but even though I accept Beth's win more, like I still like that Duncan has a win under his belt, so that's nice. In action, like he didn't really have much. I wouldn't say he didn't have much game. It's tough because I just said that he didn't have much, but he had Gwunkin and uh he had Gwunkin and like the Courtney stuff. Duncan. I almost forgot that stuff. I like the Gwunkin stuff way more at the beginning of the season. Um and like his like the stuff with Courtney, it wasn't that good. But that's like mostly what he was focused on all season instead of like actual game playing. And then in World Tour, um, I will say that like I might be jumping ahead to All Stars, but like the love triangle in World Tour, it carried. I might say carried, but like it was like a really good arc in World Tour. Um, but in All Stars, it overstayed its welcome for sure. But like, yeah, when I just look at all of these seasons, like Duncan has his hands in all cookie jars. Like he's always in some type of drama, and like he's just like a really good like plug and play character. Like any season, any situation, he's just gonna make it better. Unless it's unless it's All Stars, but fun character. Dwayne, don't like him. He's overbearing parent. Yeah, I was trying to say. I was about to say I look at him in the same way that I look at Freddie Benson's mom, Marissa Benson from iCarly, but like he wasn't like that. But like, bro, let Junior breathe. Like, come on, stop being a lame dad. Yeah, yeah. I don't like him at all. Ella. Now, in the Sugar stuff, in her feud with Sugar, I sided with her for sure. Um, I even sided with her in the Dave stuff. Like, Dave, like, why are you going? Maybe I should knock Dave down for this because, like, bro, Dave was going for Sky when Ella was right there, like, and she wanted him. So, like, maybe that's a reason to knock Dave down because like I definitely like sided with Ella in that whole situation and like she got her heart broken and like in her final few days on the island she couldn't sing and like it was like tough to watch. Like really felt for her and I really liked her song. So like yeah, that is gonna like propel her to being in like love. I like her songs, but also at the end of the day, like I don't know if there's like much for her because a lot of the characters in Pocketeer Island were like gimmick characters, so there's not really like um, there's not really like a setup or like if she came back on another season, like I don't know if she can be like a strategic force or anything or like have a redemption. I don't know. I don't know if I need to see her again, but like on that season, I liked her, especially like the songs that she was singing. Like yeah, yeah. Um, don't care. Emma. So Emma, might as well just get her. I'm not putting her in a tier, but I'm just gonna where get both of them. So Emma and Kitty, um, tough to assess because like Emma had that big arc in Redonkulous Race with Noah, while Kitty she was just a sidekick. um, but yeah, that's all I remember Emma for. Um, and like it was a really enjoyable arc. Like I just didn't like Redonkulous Race. It's well documented on this channel. I didn't like it, but that arc was like a really good arc. It was like a really good arc. One of the best parts of one of the best parts of Redonkulous Race actually. So I think I'll just give both of them likes. Yeah. Solid. Go with your partner. Crimson. Eva. Tough because she only really has one season of gameplay under her belt. The island, Total Drama Island season, when she just got wrecked by Heather with the MP3 player stuff. Like she got it stolen, and like Heather like destroyed her game with that stuff. And then like she got to come back, but then like she just got owned by Lashana and like immediately had to like pack her bags again. I wouldn't say she was annoying, but like yeah, she had some anger issues. Thing about Eva is like maybe the thing about Eva is like she has missed potential, and maybe I could like save this for a video, something like that. But I'll just say it here. I'll just say it here. Like this isn't gonna, this possibility or like trying to make a Total Drama Action my way isn't gonna change where I rank Eva. But like Total Drama Action had some bad villains. Because Heather was like trying to go through like her redemption arc, and then like Justin was garbage, and like Courtney, like she was like a solid villain. I gave her some credit for that, but like she only came in like not necessarily like halfway through, but like a little bit earlier than halfway through. Like Action could have used a good pre-merge villain, maybe even a villain for the season, and that's where Eva comes in. Like she just didn't have much to work with, and I believe that like she could have a full arc if she got that shine in Total Drama Action. Like that could have been like she didn't get much in Island, so she should have been like one of the ones that got something in Action. But well, the writers can make anything happen, but like in that last Total Drama Island episode, like she didn't qualify for the tiebreaker, so unfortunate. But yeah, that's what I would have liked for her for Action, because like maybe if that happened in Action the way that I'm imagining it, maybe she could have been in like, but like it's just kind of nothing. It's kind of nothing. Don't like her, don't hate her. It's just fine. It's fine. Wait, let me think if I dislike her. Maybe I dislike her because she didn't add anything to the show. I'll just go neutral for now. Ezekiel. Man, I would say that the guy, I was about to say like, wow, the guy never really got a fair shake at things, but like on the first day, well, I could make that case, because like on the first day, he was talking about like the girls, but I think he said something about his dad. His dad taught him like you got to look out for the women, look out for the girls, and like something about like the guys being stronger. And it's like him being a kid, I guess I could excuse him. Like he tanked his own game right then and there, but I guess I could like blame that on his father figure, if that's the person that actually like taught him that stuff, and like I'm remembering that right. And then like in World Tour, like he was supposed to be back, but like Chris let him rot, so like he didn't really get a fair shake at things. Yeah, he probably is gonna go in neutral, because like there's just not enough. I didn't really like the feral. It didn't really add much to the show. It didn't really add much to the show, and like base form Ezekiel, it's kind of funny. So yeah, yet another person that's gonna go in neutral. Jeff, getting on to Jeff. He's a chill guy. The Guys Alliance arc, or not the arc, but like the episode, that was my one of my favorite ones in Island, even though it was like a very flawed episode with the Bridget vote, and how like I made like a TikTok video like there's just not enough votes to go around. It makes no sense. Like based on where everyone said they were voting. But yeah. His relationship with Bridget, that was nice in Island, in Action. Let's see, like he went on that Captain Hollywood arc in Action, but it wasn't annoying. It was actually kind of fun. And like, yeah, he had a banger song. Her real name isn't Blaney, and just like destroyed her career. And um, this is really about pre ridiculous because like I don't really like this isn't even though he's a winner like. There's like characters that define that season more than him. So like this is really about like pre ridiculous. I like him. Solid character. Um, nothing. Don't care. Gwen, tough, tough because in Island, I like her as the winner. Like even though like it's kind of like a survivor way uh of rating it. I like her as the winner because like it felt like she was like the central character and like I wouldn't say she had the most like development, but it kind of felt like she had the most focus. I guess like she had like she had like a relationship with Trent, and then like she had like a rival with Heather, and then like it felt like she came in as a loner, but like she made friends with like Jeff and Duncan and Lashana. It's like it just kind of felt like it was her season and like she accomplished the most and like hey yeah like talking about development like yeah she actually grew as a person like it felt like her season Island was a good season for her but then in action um like nothing wrong with her she got eliminated because of Trent it's his fault so but then when it gets to world tour I've already said that like yeah some blame should be given out to Gwen for the love triangle drama. Um, but I gotta give her some credit. I gotta give her some credit in All Stars because she tried to fix the stuff. And Courtney, Courtney in the Sunday, that was a bad episode. I can lie. I can lie. But like, yeah, Courtney was plotting against her. Like Gwen had every right to turn on her. And it's like, yeah, like Gwen was loyal. Gwen just wanted to like, even though like it was wrong, the Duncan stuff was wrong, but she wanted to fix it, and Courtney was being so stuck, so stubborn, stuck up. Um, like I really sided with Gwen in all of that, in every single thing in All Stars. I sided with Gwen because Courtney was just being such a baby. So I actually come out liking Gwen for her whole experience. I don't know if I need to see her back. Um, I don't know if there's much to tell. Maybe just end it with All Stars don't ruin any of the characters more than like they already have. I don't know if she should come back because like maybe with like a new storyline or something, but like I think her story is done. But yeah, I like her. Harold. Now, my liking for if this was like 2007, he's going at the top. But my liking for the guy was basically all based on the beatboxing stuff. But just watching him overall, yeah, he's a chill guy, a fun character. Especially like he beat Owen in the dodgeball episode. And that was like one of my favorite episodes. So like yeah, he's a fun guy. Somewhere neutral and like. I don't think I'm gonna go through the rundown. I don't think I'm gonna go through the rundown because like action. I remember like one of my friends, not one of them. Like there's like 5 of them in my circle. Is like a really popular opinion that like Harold should have won. Action. Um, I think I said it in my video. But that was because I think that was because like Owen and Duncan were already Owen was already in the game. He made a good run. I didn't like Courtney, so like the only folks to root for were like Harold and Lindsay because like everyone there like except for Beth, they kind of made it far um like deep into the game. So like just in terms of having a new outcome, it's like Harold and Lindsay, but like the quote unquote growth that Harold had in season 2 never really felt it like that. Like he went far, like solid season in terms of placement, but like in terms of like being involved, I don't know. And in World Tour, kind of a wash, barely did anything. So I just say it like Heather. Tough, tough, tough. Now, uh, she is a very flawed character. In Island, her villainy, like okay, like I like that she was. I appreciate her for playing the game hard. Like she made the first alliance some total drama, and like she was like, it seemed like she was controlling the game, but like she was always in like bad positions where she either had to win immunity or like win immunity through some there was this one like hide and seek challenge where like she lost but like she got to win it by being one of Chef's helpers. Like it's just like kind of unconventional, so that had to happen. She had to win immunity or like she well yeah she had to get like lucked out like in that search and don't destroy, I believe, when like she just magically got the lucky chest. I remember one of my friends said that like there was like some secret scene or something where like she actually knew what was in there, but I got to see it for myself. Um, but yeah, like she needs immunities to win. Like she makes these bold plays, but like she can't really like stand on her own without immunity. Also like there's I was just talking about that serial that executioner episode that was at night where like DJ got eliminated for no reason just to keep their production pet Heather in the game because she's bringing all the drama. That's the main reason why she stayed in the game. And at the Lashana vote, when everyone was like saying Lashana, like they just have to keep her in the game for the drama. So like, in terms of being like, in terms of having a plot armor, she wasn't like the best villain because like she had that plot armor. And then in action, I was told by when I was having like a conversation with one of my friends because we were talking about this stuff at lunch. Like he was talking to me about my video, one of the videos. I forgot which one it was, but like he said, like I said, Heather didn't really have much in action, but that was the start of her redemption arc. Like she had to like learn how to adapt and like not be mean and stuff now that everyone knows her games. But like if that's true, I'll have to go back and watch it. But really, like that season was dominated by folks like Lindsay, Duncan, like Gwen in the early going, like, and like I'll even say Harold and like Courtney, like Lashana to an extent. Like didn't really have much time to focus on Heather specifically, but like I could, but like there was barely anything for her to participate in that season. And then in World Tour, she didn't get that development that like he told me that like her arc came full circle, but like the thing that happened in World Tour was that like she didn't like change as a person. It just so happened that Alejandro was more villainous than her. And then in All Stars, like barely enough to talk about because like she got eliminated decently early. Agla Heather was a nice couple. Like she has a nice singing voice in some of those World Tour songs, but gonna have to go with dislike. Yeah, solid ranking for her. Izzy, favorite. Um, like I've already said a bunch of times that I like Izzy. One of my favorites, like one of my favorites, probably my all not all time. But yeah, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into like a whole like discussion about like how all time means all of time. I haven't witnessed all of time. Yeah. You not gonna get into that. But yeah, probably my favorite um total drama character. Just gotta see like some stuff, some characters coming up because there are some characters that are gonna get in this favorite tier. Um, but yeah, like yeah, I like how like she's just not necessarily unhinged, but like she's crazy. Um, also like voice actor, nice job. She has a good singing voice for sure in some of those World Tour songs. I'm like, yeah, she's just not there to play the game. She's always there to have like a good time, fun time. Yeah, she always brings like a lot of crazy energy to each episode that she's in, makes it more interesting. Yeah, yeah. Um, I would say hopefully she gets like gets a return or something, but like she's already been in like every season because like she competed like and like she was coming back. She got back into the game. Yeah, like action, like she got uh and she came back in Island. She got back in the game in Island in action. She was in World Tour, I believe. I'm blanking right now. I believe like she was the spider in Revenge, and then like the spider in All Stars. So like she was in like 4 or 5 seasons. So like I don't think there's a reason, or I don't think like she's someone that needs to come back, that desperately needs to come back to get like more character growth or anything. But like, yeah, I like her. Um, don't really care. Um, Jasmine, don't like her. In the whole Sean and the whole Jasmine thing, like she was just being really rude to Sean. Wasn't really that understanding until the very ending, which like that gave the season like a fairy tale ending, and I wouldn't say that made me lean towards Sean's ending. I'm gonna talk about that later, but like that is a reason to go with the Sean ending. um but yeah, I just didn't like her attitude on the season, like very mean, like always like complaining, not really willing to hear Sean out. So yeah, yeah. Adversity twins, don't really care. Or, that's Jay, that's Mickey. All right. Don't know this person's probably from Redonkulous. Joe. All right, so let me just place it here. Not just as a placeholder. Um, so when I was getting into Revenge, I kind of thought of her as a rip-off Heather because like she was supposed to be the mean person, but she kind of resembles Eva. I was just saying like rip-off Heather because like in terms of stature, they're like the same. They're like the same size or same height. Like yeah, she is like kind of that mix between Heather and Eva, I would say. She's really athletic. I liked her rivalry with Brick and Lightning, and like, yeah, like she had some. I wouldn't say nice quips, but like it was funny when she called uh Duncan like wait, I forgot what she called it. I think it was like Dudkin or Dumbkin, something like that. But yeah, like I was gonna say something about Joe, but it's actually more of a lightning thing. Um, but yeah, like um, she's a fun character. And that's all I really have to say. I don't really have much to say about her. Really, yeah, fun character. Glad that she was on both seasons, Revenge and All Stars. Like, yeah, she was one of the standouts, one of the ones that made Revenge what it was. And I wouldn't say it was like unfortunate that she didn't win a season, but like she has that mentality and like massive respect for her to put her beef aside with Lightning to like root for him in the final. So yeah, I'm gonna be in like I like her. Let me go here, take a seat. Julia, definitely. I'm not ordering it, whatever, but yeah, definitely favorite tier. No way that she wasn't gonna be in the favorite tier. Really liked her in both seasons. I really liked both versions of her. When she was the influencer and then when she became like evil. And I was rooting for her to win both seasons, definitely. Now, I would say like some characters, like I would get kind of burned out if they finished in similar positions in back-to-back seasons. Julia finished fourth. Then in the second season, she was a finalist, so it's like, and she was the main antagonist, uh, for both, or a main antagonist for both seasons. So like sometimes that could be like that could lead to some burnout, but like oh, she was still interesting in both seasons. Really big challenge beast, and then like I was really, this isn't like her specifically, but like in the second season, I was really invested in MK and Julia. Like, yeah, and then like she was the only person. She played a really strategic game in the second season. She didn't really get her way all the time, but like she was strategic, and then like she was the only person that could go up against uh the Caleb and Priya, the pre-lit force, because no one wanted to vote them out. uh yeah, I really enjoyed her in that season, and I wish that she would have won that. Now I don't. I would say I don't really think that she's gonna win, because like I think if she is gonna win, she's gonna have to take a season off. I was kind of trying to be like realistic about it when I made Total Drama Island My Way season 3. I like gave her like an arc in that. I gave her like an intern arc in the season where she can still be in every episode, but like not like a main character. Like I had to be like a bit realistic and not have her win it, because like if she is gonna win, she's gonna have to have like a one season like cooldown where she gets like voted out like first or second, maybe even another season to make up for those 2 seasons that she went far. But yeah, hopefully she ends up winning, because like I really enjoy her as a character. Junior. Now the thing about Junior is, in the situation with him and his father, like I side with Junior. Like, hey, stop embarrassing the guy, like let him off the leash. But also like there's nothing about Junior that I like, so I'm just gonna have to place him in neutral. Yeah, quickly. um Justin didn't really provide much in Island, except for being like the guy that everyone was crushing on. But like he really takes center stage in action, or it starts in Total Drama Island. But really his villainy starts in action, and it's like if I were to make a villain tier list, um I don't know. Like he would probably be up on the top, because like he technically caused eliminations. Like uh both of Izzy's uh, eliminations, at least one of them for sure. And definitely he split up Gwen for sure. He exposed them and he got them, he packed them up. So like I gotta give that to him. But like in terms of like aura and the way that like Heather got folks eliminated, and the way that like Alejandro shortly after got folks eliminated with a similar archetype, like he was the evolution of that Justin archetype. Like Justin was such a he was a garbage villain. And then when Courtney came along, like there was nothing for him. He's just a simp for not just a simp for Courtney, because that was like a one episode thing, but like there was just nothing for him to participate in, and like he was just like kind of like walking around and like standing there and stuff like that. So just didn't add much. He had his chance in season 2. He blew it, and I like to think that there's a reason why he was replaced with Alejandro. uh Katie and Sadie. Easy at the bottom. Where's Sadie? Can't see. Um yeah, all right. Easily. All they did was like cry and like shriek and squeal and stuff. I don't know. I didn't like him. They just complain all of the time. When I forgot which one got eliminated first, but like I think it was Katie, and all Sadie did was like cry. Um just didn't add much to the show. Good thing that they only competed for one season. They would have been like so annoying. They would have been so annoying to keep up with in every single season. Now, maybe there could have been some redemption for them, but I don't know. But like, I would say, like, in terms of redemption, their chance to get some redemption was in Redonkulous Race, because like that was the season that was like made for them. But like, it was a good call to get them out of there quickly on Island and never have them come back for another season. They're annoying. That's all I gotta say. Um, uh, Where's Sarah Taylor? I already said Taylor. All right, I'm back after some ads started playing, but yeah, I was looking for Taylor. Let's see. All right. What else? Like, yeah, I don't really have much to say about them. Same with her. Taylor and Don't Care. And then the next person up was Leonard, from Pocketeer and Redonkulous. I liked when he got sent off and he like set that spell. He's like, oh, bring forth a time reversal spell. Like, he was a funny guy. But that was such a weird season, not gonna lie. Like, he was just one of the weird characters in that season and he didn't really get like a bunch of screen time. It's tough to rank him. I'll just go neutral because there's nothing that made me dislike him. Next is Lashana. I had to think about this because like in every season she got worse. I think in terms of placement also, like even as a character, I think well, like her peak was in Island when like everyone liked her. But then like she kind of went downhill when she became a bit more unlikable and got exposed and started like talking trash about everyone. It was fun when she was going up against Heather in Island, but then like she still had the same personality, but like it just didn't hit the same. I'll go with like, but the dancing, it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. She wasn't good. But like, is that all I have to say about Lashana? Because she was one of the original characters. Like, I hate to leave it off like that, but like, it is what it is. That's all I really have to say about her. Lightning, Lightning. I didn't like that he got like the white hair. I didn't like that he got something that stuck with him and Cameron didn't. Because that could be. He doesn't really. I don't think he takes it as embarrassing, but that could be embarrassing to get wrecked like that. But like, yeah, I preferred his Indian revenge more than Cameron's, but also like he is kind of annoying, like always saying like lightning. It's tough. Like he could go in neutral. I think that is where I'm gonna end up putting him in neutral. I prefer his ending, but like he was kind of annoying at points while also like being kind of like comedic at points. Like talking about like he's not gonna judge Joel for liking guys because like, he thinks she's a guy. Like, yeah, he was funny at points. But yeah. Moving on to Lindsay. I really enjoyed her in action. Like, definitely in action when like she took center stage and started being a leader. And yeah. After being such a puppet, a Heather puppet in the first season, I liked her. I went growth into being like more of a leader, taking over for her team. That was like her best season, and I wish that she would have won that season. Beth was a good winner for sure. Like now, like I really like out of the two finalists, like definitely Beth. But if Lindsay could have been in that mix, then I would have preferred Lindsay. If not, then like give it to her in All Stars because she just didn't have a chance in World Tour. She got unfairly eliminated when DJ wanted to quit. Like she didn't really have much in World Tour except for remembering Tyler's name. Like, yeah. In All Stars, like, well, nothing because like she got eliminated like first and was like really dumb. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with Fluff. Yeah, she really made that first generation of characters like what it was. That first generation, she really made it part of why it was what it was. MacArthur and Sanders. I already said how I felt about Redonkulous. I'll just give them like neutrals, call it even. Solid winners, definitely over the Surfers. But that's about it. MacArthur came back for an appearance in a revival season 2, but like it's fine. But yeah, they were like solid characters, always going up against the ice skaters, the ice dancers. Like, yeah, it was fun sometimes. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to say always being the voice of reason, but always being like heroic, I guess. Yeah. There, Max, time to evil. I actually really like this guy. That was like the funny stuff. Like it was funny when like he was taking credit for like Scarlett's work, and like he was acting like he was like so evil, but he got all of his stuff made by Scarlett. Like, hey, he's a fun guy, fun guy. And he has a soft side to him with the babies and stuff. So yeah, fun guy. Mike. The one thing for sure I can say that I didn't like was the treatment that he got from the writers, like that golden trio, Cameron, Mike, Zoe. They got like so prioritized in both seasons back to back. Like I didn't like that. But Mike as a character and his multiple personalities, like I like the him and his multiple personalities. Like I like them. They're solid. Not I wouldn't say not Mal. Like Mal wasn't atrocious. He wasn't atrocious. I like him. I like him as a whole and what he brought. I just wish that he didn't really have that much screen time. Don't care. Millie. 8. Already said what I had to say about her. She's always writing in her journal about how someone else is like insecure or something like that, but like she's the one writing in the journal, and like I don't know, like she talks about how her generation is a failure, but like throughout the whole game she was getting carried through it by Priya. So like yeah, then like in the second season, like I mean like in that first season she got a better send off by apologizing to Priya, but then in the second season like she didn't learn anything. It's just like even more selfish with the Damian stuff. And it's like I just can't stand her. MK, someone that would have been like neutral if it were just season 1. I actually rewatched season 1 and I liked her showing in season 1, but then like season 2 that boosted her up to like definitely loved her. Yeah. Really liked her. Really liked her relationship with her friendship with Julia. Yeah, like I like her schemes, I like her plans. That's why I say she plays like a survivor player. No, like some of that stuff is cheating. I'm like, yeah. That gave some really good entertainment. Yeah. MK was a funny character. I wouldn't say that I was rooting for her to win the second season. I said the person I was rooting for to win the second season, but like I want one half of them to like win the season. So like if there is a season 3, then like hopefully MK is able to take it home for them. Yeah. Nichelle. I'll go neutral because there's not a lot to her. In the first season, like I didn't like her because like they kind of made a big deal about her crying because like she uses stunt doubles. Then in the second season, like she was athletic for sure, but like they barely like used her for anything. They just showed that she was athletic, and then like she was used as fodder when like she like fell victim to one of Julia's plans after that argument. So like not a lot to like, not a lot to dislike, just gonna be neutral. Noah and Owen. MK works. Noah is like he's fine, but like not on MK's level. Like I can tell like they took inspiration from each other, but MK is just way better with her like sarcastic quips. It's tough to place Noah because like I can't say that he didn't get a lot because he actually got a lot, especially like considering Redonkulous, but in Island he didn't get a lot. And then like he had to wait until World Tour until he was taken out of the game unfairly. Then he had to wait until Ridiculous stuff. But he was a solid presence. He was a solid presence on his season, so give him like. But Owen, on the other hand, his partner for Ridiculous. Too many fart jokes. Add that to the fact. Add that to what I said about him in season 1. Well, add that to what I said about him in season 1. I prefer Gwen as the winner, not Owen, because like I I like his relationship with Izzy. I like that, but like he just didn't feel like a good winner for season 1. Didn't represent the season like that. So yeah, yeah. um But yeah, like it's just fart humor all the time, and he overstayed his welcome in like every season. There's a reason why Duncan can overstay and why Owen can't, because Duncan is funny, so it doesn't feel like he's overstaying, but Owen, like he's just like farting all the time. So gotta go and eat. Good thing that he wasn't back for All Stars, because honestly, he should have been a lock, but it probably would have been probably wouldn't have it probably would have been a worse season with him, honestly. Don't care. I already said what I had to say about Priya and the whole Caleb thing. The reason why that relationship was toxic, it was her fault. Also, like I didn't like how she made it far in both seasons. She got like way too much screen time. There's a reason why, like Julia making it far in both seasons is kind of like the Duncan and Owen thing. Like Julia making it far in both seasons is okay because she's an actual entertaining character. Priya isn't, and especially in the second season, she's just complaining all of the time. So I have to go and hate. Hopefully, if there's like a season 3, like she gets eliminated first. In my I can say that right now. Yeah. Raj. He's a fine character. Like the hockey bros are fun. Hockey bros are good fun. Yeah, I'll put them in like the hockey bros are good fun. They're always like a good laugh. But I will say like in the second season, like they were like a bit of a downgrade. The first season they had like a little bit more sense to them. In the second season they were a bit like dumber, kind of acted like Patrick Star sometimes. Like yeah. Also, like the Raj and Bowie relationship really made I wouldn't say really made the first season, but it was like a really big part of it. So I appreciate them. Appreciate that. Ripper in the first season, outside of the farting stuff, he was really funny. Like when he was going around calling everyone nerds and stuff, and like wanted to be a big leader. But in the second season, he went soft for Axel, so that kind of like balances out his ranking to be like kind of neutral. He's fine. And like the third season, that's kind of like the rubber match. Like that kind of depends on like how I feel about him, like depending on like what direction they take his character in. Is he gonna be like more of a lover or more of how he was in like season 1? Like that's really gonna decide everything. No, Rodney. This guy was just a bumbling idiot. Barely served anything. Barely had a role in that Pocketeer Island season. That's really all I can say about him. Like he just loved on every girl. That's it. Like he could barely say sentences right. It didn't give anything to the show. Ryan, don't care. Sam, the person that shouldn't have been picked for All Stars. I like that Sam is I can relate to Sam because I'm a video game guy, and I liked when Lindsay came back for revenge, and like he turned like saving her into like a Donkey Kong game. I like that. He's like a fun character sometimes. And I like the video game stuff. Like the video game stuff. He was good in he was solid in Revenge, but like not enough to bring back for All Stars for sure. And in All Stars, he's just a complete non-factor. I guess I'll go neutral. Neutral's like a good place for him. It's fine. Scarlet. All the way somewhere here. No, I like Scarlet. I like Scarlet. And I wish that she would have been like just the way that like she was like playing Max all of that time. Although she was like playing Max, like Max unintentionally got like advantageous positions, like going against her, when he was just like messing everything up. So I will have to say that, like, yeah, she was such a fun villain for that season, and I wish that like her final form could have lasted like a bit more. Like, yeah, I really like Scarlet on that season, especially like all of the plans that she was coming up with. Like, yeah, she's really smart. Um, I don't know if there's redemption for her, but like, yeah, gonna go in love. Scary Girl Lauren, all the way at the top. And just looking at these final few, I think that's probably gonna cap off like favorite for sure. But I love Lauren because like she's kind of like Izzy. She's kind of like the new generation Izzy. Like I wouldn't say like, I think that Izzy has like a bit more sense. Like Lauren, um it seems like she's like Izzy, like I wouldn't say she's unhinged. I would say that Lauren is unhinged, like for sure. Um but yeah, like it is fun, like especially like when she's in the confessional singing about like hiding bodies, like, and then like crushing through trees and stuff like that. um yeah, yeah, it's fun. She's always like a guarantee to bring some chaos to every episode for sure. I wish that she could get like a bigger run, maybe even be the main antagonist of the third season if there is a third season. But yeah, really solid character. Scott. Loved him in eh, mm. The thing is, I didn't like his strategy, but I liked how villainous he was in Revenge of the Island. But then in All Stars, like it wasn't really derailment, but it was a character change, and I didn't like it. It wasn't that amazing, so it's like tough stuff. I'll give him, a like, he was a solid character, made Revenge of the Island what it was, and like even All Stars, like he made I'm gonna say he made All Stars what it was, but like he was like a good part of the season for sure. I didn't like the Scottney stuff, just because I don't like anything with Courtney in it, but like, yeah, yeah. Mainly because of his first season performance, he's up here. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a really good villain of the show. Probably, if I had to make like a villain tier list, probably like top top three, top four, potentially, potentially. Yeah, yeah. Like I didn't like his strategy, but like just his attitude, um, and like his villainy, I liked it. I liked it. Sean kind of just ran around screaming about zombies all the time. I sided with him in the Jasmine thing, but like I choose to accept his win because I don't like Sky's win. They're both kind of like, they both kind of coasted along. They both like, even though they were main, I was about to say they're not the main characters of Pocketeer Island, but like no one's a main character of Pocketeer Island. I'm gonna say that's like Dave or like Scarlet, Max. Like I would say like the screen time was like kind of evenly distributed. But like out of these two options, I'll go with Sean because Sky, oh, they just made her so perfect. They were trying to like capture, they were like, they were just coming off of Zoe. They were trying to like recreate Zoe again, but like the thing is, like Sky didn't. I don't even think she won any like individual challenges. I don't believe so. Last time I checked, um, like individual like full challenges, like for that like talent, not the talent show one, but like there was like a 3-way one to make their way to the final two. Like she had to win one challenge, but I'm talking about like a full on immunity. Like she hasn't won one. And like I didn't like her in the Dave situation when like she could have just told Dave, like there were times when she could have told Dave that she doesn't want to be in a relationship with him, but like he didn't take it, and then like she used um like she manipulated Dave in the final, like to get what she wanted. Like, I don't like Sky, definitely, but I don't like Sean either. Like, um, he's better than Sky, but like, there's nothing that I love about him. So I like his win, but I don't I don't love him. Like, yeah, that's what I have to say about the finalists of Pocketeer Island. It's just about which one ends up being like none of them are amazing, but Sean is just slightly better than Sky. It's just slightly worse than Sean. So slightly worse. Right. Hate or dislike. Hate. Yeah, especially like the way that they were propping her up and like trying to like really make Sky happen. Like, no, she's just not that interesting of a character. Sierra, hate. Too much of a stalker for Cameron and Cody. Doesn't really add much. Like, she is a really good game player for sure. Being able to make it far. But just a bit too creepy. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, just a bit too creepy. And very annoying. So yeah, hate. Don't care. Stacy, I don't really hate her, but like her voice is kind of annoying. She wasn't really she wasn't really around long enough to make a real impact on the season, but I'll just go with dislike. Voice was kind of annoying, and like even going forward, like her shtick about like her great uncle or grandfather or something like that, it wasn't gonna like hold up. So it would have got old really quick. Ebony, don't care. Sugar, really like Sugar, especially like when she was Sugar Silo at the talent show. I really like Sugar and like the chaos that she was bringing, especially like in those like final like few episodes. Like when I think it was the episode called Skyfall, and like she kind of left Sky there, and then like she was beast moding her way through that challenge like so unintentionally. Like, yeah, like she's a fun character for sure. I like Sugar. Is there anything more to say? But yeah, like I kind of explained why. I kind of explained why in my top 10 favorite characters video why I like Sugar. Like, yeah, like the Sugar Silo rap, and then like just being so good. Not necessarily. It wasn't necessarily like her being good at challenges so nonchalantly, but like that was like a funny. That was funny when like she was beast moding through challenges and stuff, without even like trying that much. And like she was so lazy, but like she made it work. She made it work. Leonard's LARPing girlfriend, no. Topher, he's kind of like a nut. He's kind of nothing. It's kind of nothing. He wants to be like a Chris. He wants to take over for Chris in the future, but he kind of like goes too far with it. Out of that Pocket 2 Island cast, like a lot of them had like extreme personalities, but he didn't really add much to the season, and like he was kind of a forgettable person. I'll just say dislike. Neutral. I don't hate him or dislike him. He's not really like worthy of being disliked. It's like he is a bit obsessive over Chris, but like it's not like I hate him for it. He just doesn't add much to the show. Trent, even in season 1, he was kind of bad, but in season 2, they just kind of ruined his character with the whole simping arc and like being obsessed with Gwen and stuff like that. Like, no coming back for Trent. Maybe he should have had like that's the funniest thing. I always think about how Trent he didn't even get a chance to have a redemption arc in World Tour. They just like ruined him so bad that he couldn't come back. But But yeah, he ruined it for himself and Gwen in total drama action. Like he ruined it. There was like he was boring in Island, but there was nothing wrong with him. But like he's kind of painful to watch in that season, not gonna lie. And he's kind of painful to watch in action, not gonna lie. Tyler, I'll go neutral. I'm not big on Tyler. I can't really say like I don't know. I don't know. He says some funny stuff sometimes, but um I'm not like I said, I'm not really that high on Tyler. Fine character. Like I guess he likes Lindsay or whatever, but like in the end, like there's a lot of characters that have more complete stories because like they were on action, they were on All Stars. Tyler wasn't one of those. Like maybe that season could have benefited from having Tyler instead of like Trent and give him more development. But like he just barely got anything. I'll probably have to rewatch again, but like he just barely got anything of importance. Kind of just like comic relief most of the time. Just two more characters left. Z. I love Z. Um, I'll go with Love. He's just a chill guy. Um, yeah, I wish that I was gonna say I wish that he got more importance. He had the pre-lip storyline where he was trying to keep the secret. But like every single time, the way that he gets eliminated, it's always like some nonsense. Like the first time, like everyone should have been like trying to get his vote rather than voting Z out because he was in the middle. Then the second time, like they just everyone just exposed Caleb. They was potentially playing hard, but then they decided to vote out Z for some reason. Like, I like Z. I wish that he could have had much deeper runs, but I don't know if that's gonna happen in the next season because he's made merge like every time, and I really don't know what other plots they could get Z in. Might have to take a season off. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of like exhausted him, I guess. There's nothing really new for him. At least I don't see it. Same character. He's not gonna have. I don't think he's probably not gonna have any growth. It's fine, but like for me it's fine. But then like I know like watching through a season where everyone's the same, like they would have to add some new characters to that season if a lot of the characters are gonna be like are gonna have the same personality. And Zoe, this is a character that I used to like, but now I don't because especially like well she complains a lot, plays victim a lot, but especially like in All Stars, like she just didn't want to believe. I know that she didn't want to believe that Mal was Mike, but like there was like obvious evidence right in front of her, and like she didn't believe it, and she was so gullible for that whole season. Not to yeah, I am gonna mention like yeah, she was like a forced challenge piece, like always being like immune for everything. Just really felt like a writer's pet out there. Um, and like at the time, I liked her more than Sky, but now I just don't like them. Like, yeah, they're all like not the best written characters. All writers' pets that only made it to the end because, like, well, they were the writer's pet because, like, I don't know, especially Sky. But yeah, like at least Zoe won challenges. Like I would say, like I like her as the winner over Mike because Mike barely played, but like that's the problem. Like no one deserved it in All Stars because Zoe was like so much better than everyone. And like at that point, if she's so much better than everyone, then like might as well like not be a season because like there's just no competition for her. She was just winning every single challenge, and that was kind of boring to watch, not gonna lie. But yeah, those are the rankings. Yeah. So list.